windmill. God damn. God damn, man. God damn. Stop being so big, goddamn windmill. God damn, you big. Very moldy smelling in there. Jackie Chan's Blood Pact, Survival Basics, A Land Before Time, Spunky's First Christmas. What's happening, my friends? We are here in Shenandoah, Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania for me is one of the weirder states I've ever traveled to. Anyway, I'm standing outside of a video rental store. I have no idea the history of this building. I have no idea the history of this town or the circumstances, but I'll give you the rundown and the history which led me here today on this beautiful Friday afternoon in the mountains of Pennsylvania. I was on my Facebook group for videotapes, and some guy was like, hey, I was traveling through this mountain town, and I saw from the street, as you can see behind me, there was tapes. There's tapes. I could see tapes from the street. And so I was actually going to be in Pennsylvania on this day, but not for this reason. I was like, hey, it's not too far out of the way. Let's take a look. So I'm at the location. It's not too hard to find here in this very small town, but you can see we have tapes. There are tapes upon tapes upon tapes upon tapes. They are stacked on a metal rack, and there's a lot of common stuff, but there's also a lot of weird tapes and a lot of weird movies and a lot of videos that I've never heard of. I have heard of, I've never seen, The tapes on this wall run the gamut of things. It looks like they are stacked 2 deep, but I could be mistaken that they might be stacked 3 deep. Nope, they're stacked 2 deep. Behind me, you'll notice that that's probably the markings of the local fire department. The glass is broken out. You can see here there's a thin piece of wooden veneer over a broken window here. We have 2x4s screwed into the door to keep that door shut. So I'm assuming that at one time this building, this business sustained some kind of fire, water damage. Just from standing outside of the entrance to this place, the air over here is a lot different. It's about 60 degrees. It's gorgeous out, very little wind. But through here, I can feel a draft coming through, and it is very, very pungent with mold. Like you can taste and feel just how damp it is in this this area. Like literally, I could just reach in and grab these tapes. I'm tempted to, but I'm also going to be respectful of what I have, what has been found here, and what I'm here to document. If I take the camera and I put you inside, it's very dark in there. Actually, take a look in here. There's a Ambico video transfer device over there. I mean, yeah, what do we have here? Army of One with Dolph Lundgren, heavily caked in some kind of soot and some kind of debris. This is by far, from just the facade, just the exterior of this. This is probably the worst I've ever seen. This is the worst I've ever seen a store like this. There goes that guy again. Doing his laps. It's a shame, man. It's a shame. Even to find just an abandoned video store in any kind of condition. I guess at that point it's merely per store leads to a different example, but this one obviously befelt tragedy, and we do have the very thick, what I'm going to assume is 1/2-inch plate glass right there. It's barely fucking hanging on. I mean, one good kick, you could knock this right off here. But we're here for the tapes. Right off the top, we could see that we've got Heart Condition down there, Sunset Boulevard, Deep Blue Sea, This is a Janet Jackson tape. There's, at my feet, I probably showed earlier, is Dracula. There's some decent titles. Hell to Victory. What's another one? Valley Girl, Mean Streets. Bobby Goldsboro, Lumpkin the Pumpkin. Lumpkin the Pumpkin. So a lot of their stuff is here. I've never seen a store like this. Maybe they tried to save some of the tapes from the back and they brought them to the front. I don't know. But on the opposite side, this is kind of like display windows. You know, you'd walk up and you'd walk into the store and you'd have the display of whatever the store was selling or promoting at that given time. But speaking of promotion and inventory, looking in there, you can't see on the camera. You can't see, but with your eye, I could see that they had inventory still hanging on the shelves. What kind of inventory they had, I don't, not really sure. I can't stay over there too long. I really can't stay over there too long because the air blowing through there is very, very toxic. Out here, the air is fine. It's perfect. But when you go into that alcove there, the pungent. That's the only word. The only word I can use to describe it is the pungent aroma coming in there. Would I venture in there? If I was a lesser man, yeah, I probably would. Definitely would bring a mask. Definitely bring some gloves, because what's going on in this area is not very cool. But while we're here, let's do some window shopping, shall we? I think at the beginning of this video I may have rifled off a few titles. They do have a plethora of Justice League, Brave and the Bold, Scooby-Doo Unleashed. I'm gonna go through some of these right now. Let's take a look at what we got here. So there's Minimax, plenty of Justice League, Scooby-Doo, Scooby-Doo 2, Cartoons Go to War, Snow White, I mean, The Babysitter's Club, the movie. Obviously we're in the kids section. Trancers 3 is at the top there. Rusty, what is that? The Adventures of Rusty. Seasons of the Heart at the top. You guys can see this. I'm going to go very slow, but try to keep it entertaining for you. Heckle and Jekyll. Benjani. I don't know what that is. Last Boy Scout. Joe's Apartment. Hard to Kill. Come Down. Second Shelf. And these are two deep, so I have no idea what's behind any of these. Bulletproof Monk, Meet the Parents, Bionicle, The Man Called Noon, Dr. Doolittle. There's the Son of Rusty and The Adventures of Rusty. It's like the dog section right there. And mind you, this is on a main drag of the street, so it is very, very loud, and people are walking by. No one seems to care. I guess this is a normal thing for them. Dead Aimed, Armed Response right there. Guys, remember Carbon Copy? Of course you do. Denzel Washington's first movie, I believe. Boy in the Plastic Bubble. Memento. Bulletproof Monk. Hours. Batman. The Zero Boys. And Repo Men. Oh man, they're so close. I could just reach out and grab them. Cruising. No collection is complete without a copy of Cruising. What else is in that little section? That's a good section right there. Mean Streets. See what's on the second row here. Gen X Cops. What is that? Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. There was one other Vincent Price movie that I saw that I was really like, oh, that needs to be a little bit closer to my hands. Oh, right there, The Abominable Dr. Fives. Yeah, that was it. There it is. The Abominable Dr. Fives. I also parked on... He's the one that was screaming. Hell to Victory. There's that movie again. Scientology. Eyewitness. Boxcar Bertha. What is that? Time 2. Meteor Man. The Mac. The Doors. Dry White Season. Bat 2. Wake Up the Echoes. I mean, a lot of it super common stuff, you know. No SOV movies. Not a lot of horror. I think I saw maybe 1 or 2 horror tapes in there. Things that would be considered horror. I mean, Friday the 13th Part 3, but it's looks like it's a dub tape. Tiger Claws. What is Tiger Claws? Bill Cosby's picture pages. Plenty of copies of Men in Black. Vampires. I mean, Rusty's birthday. Mortal Kombat, the animated video. Dang. I'm gonna see if I can go over these boards here, see what's in here. Death Becomes Her, Arsenic and Old Lace. They do have quite a collection of Disney clamshells in there. I do see they have a DVD section. This video is probably gonna be longer than I needed it to be. Dark Man. So this was a lead from a VHS tape collecting Facebook group. I don't remember the guy's name that brought this to our attention, but this is cool. It's stuck in time. It's literally fucking just stuck right there in time for everyone to see. People are walking by. People don't care. People don't care. It's an old, rundown, broken relic of the past. It is VHS tapes just fading in the sun in a window in the middle of this mountain town in Pennsylvania. Looking around, there's a 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that one 5. That building's for at least 6. I'm looking at least half a dozen or more businesses just on this small stretch of street between that traffic light and that traffic light, which not too far apart. There's not a lot of businesses here. Is that I have no idea the history of this. I'm not really too inclined to go to the police or to the fire department or the town office and ask what happened at this location. But the evidence is there. It looks like it. There may have been a fire above and the water fell down. I'm going to reiterate this one last time. Just the aroma of the stank, the dampness, the mustiness emanating from just that broken window was very, very intense. So if someone was to go in there, obviously they're going to need masks, gloves, I don't know what else. Who knows what kind of damage is done to it structurally. But looking in there with my eye, both of them, you could see that there was lots and lots of inventory still on the shelves and on the wall. That doesn't include the tapes. I saw like candy racks in there. They had a couple of CRT TVs hooked up to some VHS players in there. I did see some DVDs, so I'm assuming that there was, they were playing DVDs in there too. We did see the VHS transfer device there on the floor that I pointed out. Here comes that guy again. He's probably going to yell. But yeah, here we are. We're in Mountain, Pennsylvania, and this guy's going to start screaming again. Thanks for joining me today on another VHS, abandoned VHS store. It's not a series I'm doing. I just wanted to throw this out there for you guys and let you know that these things, they still exist. Whether they exist in our minds or they exist in a physical form, like a rundown, busted ass store in the middle of nowhere, they're still out there, guys. So keep collecting those tapes. Keep being you guys. I need to get more fresh air because that literally was just very debilitating to like stand near that. I'm probably gonna go get more footage, but I need to catch my breath.